And we'll be back in the first instance on Monday at 10:25. Till then, have a very good weekend, and let us bid you good night now with a few of the pictures that sum up the major preoccupation of the week for the media everywhere. A very good night to you.
Glenda Jackson and Susanna York are the maids in our film in 5 minutes, and that's after we've heard from John Ketley with his weather view.
Good evening. For many days now we've been plagued by a pretty cold, raw northeasterly airstream across the country, and I think today's extremes reflect that quite well. The sunniest place in Britain, in fact, was Tiree with 6.6 hours of sunshine. That's on the western side of Scotland, where the cloud breaks up as it comes across the Scottish mountains. On the other hand, the coldest place was Ispatria. That's inside information there. Ispatria in Cumbria, 4 degrees Celsius or 39 degrees Fahrenheit. It stayed pretty cloudy there throughout the day. Now down in the sheltered south, Jersey hit the heights of 9 degrees or 48 Fahrenheit, making them the warmest place. And the wettest, rather exposed to these northeasterly winds, was Manston in Kent, and they had almost 1/3 of an inch of rain. So quite a good cross-section there right across the country. Now this evening's satellite picture shows an awful lot of cloud around the country, very close to our shores, and some of it right on top of us. But this is the thickest mass of cloud at the moment. It's not coming our way, thank goodness, but it is going to go into the Mediterranean during the next few days, making things extremely unsettled down there, I'm afraid, just in case you were thinking of having a holiday or something in that part of the world. Now the Atlantic chart shows why the cloud is there. We've got fronts all over the place. This particular one here is giving the rain at the moment. We've got another one coming into northern parts of Scotland, and that's going to be in that position around about lunchtime tomorrow, just approaching the extreme north, whereas the first one has moved away southwards down into the extreme southwest, and it'll be continuing to move south throughout tomorrow afternoon. Now, we've had quite a wet evening, of course, over much of England and Wales. Some of the rain quite heavy in places in the east. It's also turned to sleet and snow in a few places too, some snow particularly on the higher parts of the region. So there might just be a covering of snow in a few places, above about 500 or 600 feet during the course of the night. It's still fairly clear out in the west there over Northern Ireland, but that cloud is increasing all the time from the east, and there'll be some rain there too before the night's through. But up in the far north, just an odd shower about, most places staying dry and fairly clear, but with the clear skies, temperatures down to -2 degrees or 28 Fahrenheit, but most places staying clear of frost, although extreme southeastern parts of Kent could just dip to freezing by the end of the night as the rain moves away. Now tomorrow, many places are going to start off pretty grim, fairly depressing really, cloudy, some rain and sleet around in many parts, but there will be some bright weather up in the far north, and that bright weather will edge further southwards and eastwards as we go through the day. In fact, many of these western parts are going to brighten up quite a bit. Just here and there you'll see a bit of sunshine too, but don't get too excited about that, but certainly a big improvement as we go through the afternoon. And there you're going to see the best temperatures. 7 degrees is 45 Fahrenheit, but many parts of England and Wales are going to stay fairly cloudy again tomorrow. There'll be further rain on and off, and I think some more persistent rain coming into this eastern side as we go through the afternoon, and staying pretty raw there. 5 degrees is only 41 Fahrenheit. A quick look onto Sunday's weather, much the same sort of split really, but this brighter weather with a few showers, moving a little bit further southwards, but I think central and eastern parts of England are going to stay cloudy with further rain from time to time. That's all from me. I wish you a very good night.
Well, now we conclude this evening with a film. It's Jean Genet's thriller, The Maids, starring Glenda Jackson and Susanna York. Well, BBC One's film tomorrow night is Prime Suspect, starring Mike Farrell as a successful businessman who suddenly finds that he's the main suspect in a child murder case. Knowing that he's innocent, the race is on to prove that fact in the face of mounting evidence against him. Prime Suspect is BBC One's film tomorrow evening at 9:20. Well, now the time is just after 25 minutes past 1, and it's time for BBC2 to close down and for me to head for home. But before I go, let me remind you that Radio 2 is on the air throughout the night with music and chats, and I know that I'll be listening to Steve Madden on his night ride on my night ride home. Because he'll be hearing from some of the stars who've taken part in the BBC's Children in Need appeal, such as Paul McCartney, which has raised over £2 million so far, which is absolutely marvellous. But for now, from all of us here at the Television Centre in London, this is David Wheal wishing you a safe and peaceful night, and I hope you can join us again tomorrow. For now, good night.